Okay, so I'm
So
imagining
you
that.
found that one that was under the factory? You found the one under the factory?
Yeah, I also pointlessly activated all the vending machines that we didn't get last
You
time.
say pointless, but then you never know.
Yeah, but I'm imagining that this is probably going to be the final episode because we looked into it. I can't imagine. I'm really not. We're blocked from the side quests we need, and there doesn't seem to be any others on the map. So I think we're
Yeah, if
kind
we
of
have
done
all the
with that.
Gestalt files, this will be. If we have all the Gestalt files, this is a short stream.
Yeah, we got that
Because
too.
what
We
do we
need
have
to
to do?
find.
Just the tower?
Oop, what?
You have just the tower right now? Is that like the main quest is just go inside the tower? We already did all the sub towers.
Yep, we got the 3 quests. Um, I'm sure you'll be delighted to hear that even on my repeat, I had equal amounts of problems with that one hacking pattern. I think that probably took about like 12 attempts before I got it the second time around.
Yeah, so assuming we just read all the Gestalt files and have a brief discussion, this is gonna be under an hour. The tower is not very large.
Well, you did say there's 2 files in it, so we gotta go do those, and yeah, the rest of it's probably just gonna be whatever is in the tower.
Yeah, and now given if we so super want to, we can always and I don't know how well we can do it. If we have to redo the whole chapter, it might be a pain in the ass and not worth doing. Or if it's just we gotta go in the menu, pick a choice, and then maybe make another save file when the game lets you save or something. I don't know. But there is
I'm trying to find
there's
where the actual files are.
there is a
It's not under tutorials.
the choice that changes like which route we're on happens in the tower. So like in theory, if we want, and there's a quick way to do it, we could like reload a save and then go do the other choice. But it's pretty close to the end of the choice. So
Okay, here it is. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. So
yeah, and if I remember, so 9 and 11 are in the tower, which I made jokes about. Yes, hi.
4, 7, and 10 are
9
the
and
ones that
11
are
are in
missing.
the tower, and then
4, 7, and 10 are the ones that are missing.
yeah, 4, 7, and 10, which I feel like are in very pivotal spots along the numeric line, are the 3 we can't get without
Okay,
doing that one
so
side quest.
I'm gonna go over this quick since I'm pretty sure we read this when we got them. So this describes the beginning of Nier, which was the ridiculous boss fight versus the giant woman that disintegrated and caused the white something outbreak that killed like
Gotcha.
basically all of humanity, I think, if not literally every one of them. Yeah, white chlorination, that was it. Outbreaks on a global scale, no vaccines. They discovered the Mazo particle. They don't know what it does. The separation of the soul from the body and the independent preservation of both. And that starts the Project Gestalt itself. The opposition of the spiritual preservation method. The committee gets formal complaints from the researchers about it. Not a lot of people actually done it, and the PR department was established to deal with that. We received a report from the lab that the basic technology of the replicant system is expected to be done by August. They're going to be verifying it in the future. A report will be submitted to the Prime Minister, as it's a part of the Project Gestalt project. And now for the new stuff.
Which one talked about? Hold on, did we read the one of those 3 that talks about the fact that there's like protesting going on about Project Assault?
I'm pretty sure we
That
did.
might be 2.
Because this was number 2.
Yeah, protest in opposition to the spiritual preservation method.
The people
Gotcha.
who have
All right, well,
gone
let's
about
read.
it are the sick and elderly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go pull up 4 quick then, so that we can read the next one in order.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. September 24, 2026. A report has been submitted to the Prime Minister regarding the rampaging weapons incident that occurred at the National Arms Laboratory in June. Though the laboratory's budget and allocated human resources are expected to see significant cuts, a team of there's a typo on the wiki. That's what caused me to jump
That's
there. To see
brilliant.
significant cuts, a team of staffers will continue Mazo research until the umbrella of Project Gestalt. Records of human extermination conducted using Mazo are scheduled to be disclosed to concerned parties separately as Level 6 classified information.
So the raging weapons incident stopped a lot of the project, or they're diverting funds to deal with the outfall of that.
It says a report was submitted regarding that rampaging weapons incident that occurred at the National Arms Laboratory. It was submitted to the Prime Minister. And then they say, though the budget and allocated human resources are expected to see significant cuts, a team of staffers will continue the Mazo research under the umbrella of Project Gestalt. And then underneath that, it says records of human experimentation conducted using Mazo are scheduled to be disclosed to certain parties. So apparently there's human experimentation happening with whatever Mazo is.
This report is
Just
from
MASO.
7 years after that.
Okay, go ahead and read it from start, because it's too small on my screen right now.
Okay, through the use of Maso technology related to multi-dimensional worlds, 13 activation systems have been completed, including Grimoire Noir. We have also confirmed that these systems can be used to return Gestalts to their replicant forms once the white chlorination syndrome has been fully eliminated. Work for the system will be continued by the Grimoire Noir project group. So, I'm imagining that has to do with the separation of the body from the spirit that they were describing earlier.
Yeah, now we have some weird sending souls in other dimensions.
Okay, this one is 11 years in the future from there, so 2044. And all it says is that today the committee meeting was canceled due to the absence of a majority of its members. The network for urgent absences is to be confirmed at a later date.
Okay. 7 reads, it has been decided that the United Nations... it's January 3rd, 2045. It has been decided that the United Nations will launch a full-scale investigation and infiltration operation in order to determine the cause of massive Legion outbreak in the Tokyo area. Details regarding the process of Project Gestalt are to be shared as part of this effort, though we still insist that any information which leaves the country must first be thoroughly verified by committee.
I'm surprised Oh, you're still going.
In particular, information regarding relapses must be kept in the strictest confidence.
Huh.
And relapses is in quotation marks with name tentative written behind it in parentheses.
Well, if they're talking about the... what did they originally call this process in the first place? Oh, the spiritual preservation method. If that works how it's described, I'm not sure how it would relapse unless their development of the procedure is not what was promised.
I was gonna say my only thought is that the reason this investigation is happening is because of a massive Legion outbreak in the Tokyo area. That's Legion capital L. So my guess is, I am Legion for we are many. My guess is somehow something with when you remove the spirit from the body or you put too many spirits into one body. That's how you end up with this Legion outbreak. And so my guess is something with the process that they're doing can backfire and cause these monstrous versions of the people to get created, which must be what a legion is. But
I was also going to say that, considering that, if my memory's correct, the white chlorination thing began in Tokyo, I'm very surprised that there is still a Tokyo, to be completely honest.
So I'll say my theory on these, now that we're reading more and more of them. I do believe that whatever the fuck this shit is about is the plot of the previous Nier game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
like
surprised.
Nier Replicant. I honestly believe that a bunch of this shit has to do with the plot of Nier Replicant. And I know this because I believe this partially because my roommate worded this game to me as Nier Replicant spoils Nier Automata, and Nier Automata spoils Replicant. So, like, whichever one you play first, you are revealed to big twist of the previous one.
Huh.
So my guess is some of this shit we're reading about are some of the big story twists from the from Nier Replicant.
Okay, so
as for what's in Nier Replicant that spoils this game, I have zero idea other than that I know one thing that we're coming up on when we start the tower. I know one thing is probably it does get spoiled because of it.
So this I believe is the last one until we hit the tower, since yours is 10 and we have 9 is going to be in the tower.
Yes.
So as Project Gestalt undergoes approval around the world, we recognize that there will be imperfections in how information is regulated with regards to civilians. Until the safety of the final system is verified, all information related to this matter is subject to Level 4 classification. As such, its relation to the Ministry of Health and Welfare's Life Rehabilitation Program must be kept strictly confidential. Furthermore, we ask that the following be sent to all related personnel and organizations. Clauses regarding compensation in the event of information leak are to be added to contacts with partner company. In the event of information leak, ascertaining the source should be top priority. And please refer to Countermeasure C for information on how to handle leaked information, as well as the individual who disclosed it. So it's getting a little skeevy there. 2053 too. So that's where we are currently, and we're just gonna hit the vending machine and head off to the Compilation Tower, since apparently what it's doing is it's compiling information of some variety and it's aiming it at the moon. And I guess A2 is just kinda wandering about still. The 9S has been deteriorating. I think his body is still all fucked up from the time we talked to Popola last time. And Devila. Because they were describing that his body is like littered with holes somehow, so his mind isn't exactly too far behind from that, so he's not having a good day. Something doesn't sound right. I think I have to double check something. Give me a sec. Well, give me a few seconds. Why is... I think I should relaunch Discord too. It seems like something fucked up. Okay, come here. And of course, Discord has to update, so I have to take even fucking longer. Hello? Again? Yeah, I'm not sure. I just came
No,
back.
I had myself muted because I'm talking to my parents, Jeff. There wasn't a tech issue. I just didn't get back to my call. Oh, now I'm hearing myself twice.
Give
So
me
now
a
you're
sec.
sending the Discord
I'm sending the wrong
this.
thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I realized I didn't have the right
All right, now we're
audio
back
set
to normal.
up. I realized I didn't have the right audio set up, so I went back to do that. When I looked at Discord, it was just like a gray screen, so it didn't look like it fucked up.
Oh, gotcha. No, so I had myself muted. So anything you thought was wrong with like my audio not coming through was just because I was muted. That's because I'm cooking dinner for me and my parents right now a bit.
Okay,
And my dad just got home, so I was talking to him. But other than that, I'm going to move to another room. So.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I still don't have audio from the game itself. I don't know if it's too quiet. Yeah, it is too quiet. That's fair.
I was going to say, I saw the audio of the game being there. It was just, yeah, it was quiet.
Okay, so that works. So then we can get back to where we were going.
Cool.
Which was Compilation Tower. It's right there.
Okay, so right now though, what you're sending me on Discord is not the game full screen. It's the whole, like I can see all the volume dials and stuff. So I don't know.
Well,
if you need to redo something with that.
I could try to fix it, but I don't know.
Because normally I don't see all this extra, bells and whistles.
Let me just do this and see what happens. No, now the fucking window just completely disappeared. Maybe I need to have it as an open thing. Let's see. How do I fix this? Do I just click on it?
I don't know. All I know is most of the time I don't see this. Like sometimes I'll see it for like half a second when you first start, and then you'll do something to make it go away.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't really do anything to fix it. It just seems like Discord automatically does that. How do I fix this? And, yeah, I'm not really... I guess I could try to, close and reopen the program, but that's probably going to stop the stream.
It probably would.
Trying to think of ideas, but nothing's really coming to mind.
Is the...
No, that didn't help.
Is this... Do you full screen the application? Is that what you do? And then maybe when it's full screen, it just focuses on the game?
No, there's nothing under hotkeys that would help. I mean, I'm considering that, but...
Just try it quick.
Well, I don't know if that would actually...
No, it got rid of some of it, but it's still mostly there.
And of course the stream is paused because it's no longer the active window.
Well, when you minimize it, it pauses the screen, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I could Google it quick and see if I come up with anything.
I just don't know why suddenly this is an issue, because we've never had, like, My point is, most of the time when you send it over to me, I assumed you were doing something to get rid of all of this extra stuff on screen.
No, not really.
Because, like, when you're like, well, here, let me adjust your volume, or things like that, when you say stuff like that, and I'm watching a game get sent over, I see you go into this, and I see the game shrink down to the smaller window, and I see you adjust stuff, and then I see you go back, after the fact.
No, that's not. Now let me. Okay, so that didn't help.
Well, while you fix that, I'm substantially louder than everything else.
Okay, well, need to do that. So that'll make you quieter.
Okay, well, I'll test it by talking here.
Full screen from the view menu.
I think you need to be louder, what it might be.
Okay, come here. That should be hopefully not too much.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah, and then, yeah, on stream, they don't have all the volume control stuff, but for whatever reason, on my screen. Oh well. as long as they're not seeing all the extra stuff, then I think it's fine. So I'll survive. As I said, we have like an hour of this game, maybe. So I can survive because, as I said, on YouTube they're seeing what they're supposed to see. For whatever reason, I'm seeing the extra stuff on Discord. So okay. I don't really care in the long run because I've already beaten this game, and as I said, we don't have a lot left.
Okay, so... Well, that's just the thing that's gonna have to happen, okay? To that. Now, what sort of fucked up hacking pattern are we gonna be getting? Oh wait, no, I gotta put the keys on the legs. Or the quote-unquote sub-units, whatever you want to call them. There's an item in there, and I can't get it right now. How dare you defy me from getting a rusted clump or a dented plate game? Now let's see what sort of hack. What the? Well, now the damn thing's just talking to me.
Yeah, because you didn't you lowered the barriers, but you didn't actually interact with all the other 3 towers.
Really? You're double locked?
They're not double locked. You just have to put the key in, and then you have to hack.
Ready to see the... Well, I'm ready to see the big fancy ending that this game's gonna dare to put in front of me. Because we've been doing this particular game for like 2 months at this point.
Oh, that's 1 tower down.
Oh, this one fixes us up with orange squares. Is the tower okay? Because that security system was really shitty.
I mean, you had to go through and get the key and everything first,
Tower, are you having a headache? Well, this one has enemies. But then they put, you know, the security system in a big jail cell that can't even get out. Okay, Tower, can I have full access now? Or do I have to kill all of them too? Is it nihilism? Okay, so it's one of those segments. I gotta keep the pressure on the tower while I'm getting dunked on by robots.
No, just kill the robots.
Fine.
Trust me, it'll get infinitely easier and be faster if you just kill the robots.
Oh, I thought they'd just keep spawning.
I mean, they will, but it gets infinitely easier and faster if you just kill the robots.
Isn't that true of everything in life? In this life, in the... what are we at, the, like... 110th century? Oh, it's you two. You guys have found swords.
Nines, we've been expecting you.
Oh, come on, you're the security system? Nope.
The two of us will take
The first thing was correct.
You need to open the door to the tower.
I mean, I was working on it, but then this happened.
Right, and they're gonna hold off the guys for you. So you now go focus on the door.
I did all you can. None of this makes any sense. We'll explain everything once we're inside.
9S, like, most of your mission has not made any sense. Remember when you learned how the robots could think for themselves? Remember that from, like, what, like 3 days ago? I can't remember, like, how long this game has actually been lasting. It has to be less than a week.
No idea. Because there might have been a break between the first route and the second route.
You just focus on hacking.
I mean, I'm working on it. We're almost done. At least it's not time, because that would be really mean. Really, you're gonna have the armored guys in this fucking tight of a corridor?
I mean, they shoot with stuff to fly around them and kill them.
Okay, so I have to kill all these guys. I wasn't paying that much attention. I thought they were just the pylons, not the other cores.
Not their other cores.
Okay, as long as that thing doesn't try to kill me, I should be fine. Oh, but there's more. This is not going to be... This isn't going to be a great time for me.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It's part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9
Shoot it with gun?
subconsciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as nothing.
That sounds like a bad idea, but it's probably the only one he's got to work with. Overload your self-consciousness and it'll destroy the whole thing.
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Coppola!
No, don't. She can't do anything. The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm.
Devil and I have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that,
I kind of wish we saw more of this backstory, even though I'm pretty sure we saw the whole thing. That the sin is that they exist.
The sin is that their units went rogue at one point in time, apparently.
Well, it's a good thing that we didn't have to blow up our
Anyway, here
brain
is
to
my
do
favorite
that.
part of the entire game. Here's
The
my favorite
ultimate
part of the entire game now.
The ultimate hacking challenge?
No, the cutscene that plays once you get inside. I thought it was the most interesting part of the game. More interesting than the ending itself and where things go after this cutscene.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have the guns talk to each other again.
Oh, we might be a minute or two off of it. No, we are. They're talking about the stuff. They're talking about Devil and Popula.
Sure, why not? Let's see them fuck shit up when they killed all those people. Devola and Popola, like, killed all of humanity somehow.
The dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward, one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Devila and Popula models, are defective. Record transitions in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers
And that
of
is how
Project
their
Gestalt.
functions destroyed their brains.
This is the sole mission of the twin Devila and Popula models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared destinies burdened as a pair. And because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands. All for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah. Watch out.
You could put
Devila
any verb in
staggers
that.
and
Ah!
In all fairness, I forgot exactly where in the story we are. Devila staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sands. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popula. Come on. We have to go before we lose the light.
You know, the sun that we're gonna
We
lose
won't
in
be
the
going
desert.
anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devila grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we
She's
are
an
resting
introvert.
in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloody, peeks out from beneath the bandage,
You did a
judging
really
by
bad
Devila's
job at
current
bandaging
lack
that up.
of
Ambulatory?
ambulatory control. I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well.
Oh,
Taking a deep breath, I check to see if it can be repaired, replace the bandage, and hope for the best.
well, yeah, look at it.
As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools, none of which is easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devila. That wry smile again. It kills me every time I see it. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper material.
Time to put her on my back.
But that's going to be a tall order considering our current condition. Yeah. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing. Ah, shit, my food's done. We both apologizing while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny. In a way, such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laughed together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen.
The increase in relapses.
Report regarding the increase of relapses. There has been some way to prevent relapse,
your job isn't to actually do anything.
Devilish sharp voice echoes through private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear.
Replicants, aka zombies.
They wouldn't understand even if they did. You pick up reading it out loud. I have to look away, and I want to hear it, so read it out loud.
Fine. I gotta put on my reader voice then. Annoyed at my hesitation, Devil crosses her legs and scowls. The black scroll took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too damn fast. Let's wait and see what happens, I guess. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. Then I would have cut off your leg in the desert. It's okay, I understand.
The desert's the future. From what we're reading, the desert takes place after what we're reading currently. So this is when they were leaders of Project Gestalt, and then the desert is them presumably trying to escape or something.
It's all going
the desert's
wrong.
The future,
You
this
can
is
feel
the
it
past.
too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. I love doing my job. But now my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail, well, you know. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scroll started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. I got tired of making metaphors, apparently. Popola and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We'd talk to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we just hold each other and share the horror of it all. Because I guess when you're in the apocalypse, you don't have any other things to do but horror stories. I'm glad you were here with me, murmurs Popola. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other. I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Well, considering your personalities are probably some sort of base product, I would imagine they did. Were they really that clever? Were they really so cruel? Well, you know, apocalypses. I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she said. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, because then we'd have to nuke the city. Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will still work out, if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Trust me, I'm in a room, huddling in a corner. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was fine. All thanks to a pair of Devola and Popola models from another town. And something tells me that it's these two. These specific two, the ones that still exist. The
I'll
wind
pick up
rubs
the
my
reading now.
cheeks.
I'll pick up the reading. I'll be popular, you be Devila. Because
Okay,
the future stuff
that
is
sounds
popular,
good.
the past stuff is Devila. The wind rubs my cheeks, the sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devila loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while.
Well, you know, you bandage her arm or leg.
I slip
wrong.
myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on.
Just put her on your back. Is your
Is
leg,
your leg
all
alright?
right? Oh,
The devil is the one with the damaged leg.
the leg. Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine, just like everything else.
I was gonna say, devil has the more standoffish personality. She smiles
The
as she
perfect
says this,
assignment.
but I can tell she doesn't have much left, and yet she continues to smile. Also, I won't worry.
We probably should have put her CPU in her leg.
I remember our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond furious. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled, and all of that rage just drifted away. Do you think we have the same face, yet such different smiles?
Well, you are different people.
One day I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever.
And walked into the desert to die. The end of everything. The
Record
moon
of
crashed
Patrol
into the
Gestalt's
planet.
end.
Our
This is you
role as
now, you're the
observers
narrator.
ended on the day Project Gestalt completely collapsed. All due to the actions of Devola and Popola models from another town. We don't know what town it is. We didn't name any of the towns.
Anyway, I'll quickly interject here. Remember when I was talking about how I think a bunch of this Project Gestalt stuff has to do with the previous Nier game? My guess
is why
is
they-
there's a Devila and Popula in that game, and they turn out to be the bad guys in a twist.
Huh.
And that's part of how this game spoils that game, is because, you know, it talks about how they're supposed to be overseeing, like, replicants. And I'm sure you play as a replicant in the previous game. So that's my guess. And so when you see, my guess is, if you have played that game, when you play this one and Devil and Populous suddenly show up what feels out of nowhere in in the third run, my guess is that comes as a surprise, and you're supposed to be on guard innately because your brain wants to default to them being evil. But these
Makes
ones
sense.
aren't evil. These ones are different.
With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction, and then they died. Knowing this, we gathered what remains of the replicant data that we could find, and launched it to the surface of the moon. So, apparently they could see the future. And though success was as unlikely as
I
finding
mean, my
a
guess
lost
is
sand
that
grain in the
Yorha
desert,
got the idea to send stuff from the moon from Devil and Popula.
we still had to attempt it. We still had to try because we believe in our programming. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Literally. Other androids beholden to that same instinct began to direct their hate at the Devola and Popola models that completely fucked up everything. It started small, a few offhand remarks, and then they literally killed us. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually becomes a boulder and kills people. Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, racism happened.
Kind of.
My sister and I were the perfect target for persecution, being the only models that still exist.
I mean, being the only models that look... So you gotta remember, the other people attacking them are also androids. There are other models, it's just... Yes, Devila and Popula models became the subject of persecution.
At first, we accepted that we lost all of our friends because it seemed unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did looked like us. Well, the game apparently also could see into the future. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn because we had the pride, damn it. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution and murder. But in another town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke, and she's decided to start killing people. My sister Devola met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response.
Oh, I guess we're popular now.
taunts.
Weird. Guess we're popular now because they said my sister Devola.
Oh.
Because this is how Devola's leg got injured. My sister Devola met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunt, something quiet, and though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me.
Perfect racism.
It's okay,
Oh wait,
sis.
no, she
that's-
smiled. The sister
gets to be
smiled
you.
at her.
Jeff, that's your line. Because that's Devola
Oh,
talking to Popular.
it's okay,
after
sis.
being
There's
injured.
nothing we can do. I don't have my leg anymore.
But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control.
I had to pull out my Buster Sword.
I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devil and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person.
Well, you did kill a man.
So rather,
So yeah, they're probably gonna
I
go
mean,
look for you.
she doesn't say she killed the man. In fact, in the previous recollection when they're in the desert and she talks about this moment, she mentions that the smile is enough to stop her from harming the other person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. See, the
Yeah,
greatest
then the
resistance
desert
was running, not actually harming someone. We lose the sun as the dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march.
Someone fucked up the weather
Sometimes
machine.
we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution?
Racism.
I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are. And that Devil and Popula were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devila being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devila. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly, but that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us.
Except Anemone. Or Pascal.
Are you cold, Devila?
Oh. I'm alright as long as you're
there
with
you
me,
go.
sis.
I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try and retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday.
That's the
But we
desert
just
for
smile
ya.
at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert. A new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devila's leg. And yet, I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us.
Hey, what's wrong?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and...
Well, that's the smarter idea.
I touched her cheek. Fine, fuck you.
Well, yeah, but then she's probably just gonna fall over in the dirt.
But, I mean, they're sitting on the ground right now. They're resting. It's nighttime.
You need to keep
As
her
long
off
as
the
we
sand.
have bodies to support one another.
Otherwise, her legs can get full
As long
of sand.
as I have someone with whom to share my fate,
I need a sentient fortune cookie.
then I will press on no matter what happens to me.
You can do a lot when you have a serrated buster sword.
Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned.
Fuck you, humanity. Look at what you did. That was the whole file?
But
Failure
yeah,
to manage the area
so
is
I think
completely
that
on their
that
fault.
little story is super dope. It makes me want to just...
So they fucked up, became tyrants, and because they were the only managers of the town, the Gestalt project failed and humanity died. Just pretty fucked up. And that would explain why, you know, there were no other models made in this design.
Yeah. So, yeah, Devil and Popula, I assume, are super important characters for the previous game.
Why does this game think it can solve every problem that it has with memory wipes? It's pretty dystopian. Oh, so that's why they got all fucked up. It's because someone fucked them up deliberately.
Yep, they were forced to literally feel all of the pain.
Well, now we're in Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah.
I guess.
So yeah, that
Because they were programmed
their
to feel
story
like
is
that.
the most interesting thing to me, and I would love to play a whole game where you play as that Devil and Popula. Like I would like the ones that from this game, the good ones, where they have to survive together. That would be just an awesome story to like witness, but instead you get like a shorter version of it.
Okay, so Kingdom Hearts Tower, or rather the... I mean, it's that... I don't know how to describe it. It's that city, the unmade city, the half-built city. It's made out of that stuff. Which we already know because we saw it get blasted out from the bottom of the earth.
Corrupted your evidence.
Wait, there... Okay, there's combat in the tower. Huh. Shadow Yora.
I mean, it's not Shadow Yora, they're just Yorha models. You're just fighting them in the shadows. So, like, they're just coated in a shadow because you're literally standing underneath the pillars. But they're just Yorha models.
I guess that would explain where all the Yorha from the beginning of this run
Earlier
went.
went.
They all just came into the tower.
Yeah, presumably.
Oh yeah, we never got our prize yet. Is it a clone of 2B? Hey, it's either a Devola or a Pola model because they have the Buster Sword.
Nope. It is definitely not a Devil or a Populum.
Even the tower wouldn't be daying to have one of those kicking around. Oh yeah, I was right.
I mean, I assume there's not very many. My guess is there's not many Devil and Populas around anymore.
I mean, to be honest, 9S cannot stand up to 2B.
I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am.
I mean, they're not real 9S.
I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
He kind of looks like Raiden from Metal Gear Solid now. Now he's gone insane. The true edginess, he's tearing apart his waifu. I mean, I suppose he technically did that earlier, considering he was fighting his corrupted memories, which was 2B when that began.
Yeah, remember that part where he's like stabbing 2B over and over again? Like, he sees the distortion, whatever, but the camera goes to show that it's 2B's body that he's stabbing over and over and over again.
I think after this I'm gonna have to get into the mixer because the sound levels are kind of fucked up a little bit. I wanted to hear the game, and now this happened. But I mean, these guys, like, I'm 10 levels above this. Like, this, like, I could be as dumb in combat as I wanted, and I would still be fine. I could be taking, like, probably 7 times the amount of damage that I am right now and still be okay.
Yeah, I mean, everything in the tower I went super fast for me. I just did everything.
Get out of the corner, you
anyway,
little bitch.
I don't know what it is you're referring to with the mixer, by the way. Everything sounds fine.
Well, yeah, on stream it probably sounds fine, but, like, when it comes to me specifically, is... Wow, she's in agony, apparently. Aw, oh, crap! I played myself again! And now 9S and A2 are gonna have the ultimate swordsman duel.
Yeah, now I have to go switch to A2.
Because 9S is completely off as rocker.
Alert. The structure known as the tower has opened its gate.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, just give me like 30 seconds this time, and I'll fix what I need to fix. I'll probably just cut it in half. That'll probably still be fine. I mean, yeah, that was a good story, and if you added a lot more to it, I mean, you could make a game out of it. Right now, I don't think that... I think it makes a good short story. I think you would need to add a lot of material.
Yeah. I think it would work best, like... I mean, I think you could add a lot to make it a good, story, not just a short story. But, like, to make it a game, I feel like would be complicated, because, like...
Oh, shit, she
there's
died.
not a lot of...
No, wait, they're not dead. That was just their hair.
9S is already inside.
I'm sorry, I thought... From where I was looking, I thought both their heads exploded.
No, I believe they're dying. Because if you talk to them again, I think... Be more dialogue? I don't...
Did we?
Oh yeah, right here.
Did we manage to help? You did.
I mean, yeah, you did. God, they went through that desert adventure, and this is what they got out of it.
I mean, so they went through the desert adventure, and that's presumably how they ended up at the camp that they're at in this game. That's presumably how they ended up at a Menemy's camp.
Yeah, it's probably the only ones who were dumb enough to take them. They didn't get the racism message.
No, they probably face persecution even there. It's just not as much.
It's kind of hard to persecute them when we only have 12
extreme.
people. You know, it's kind of hard to, you know, have a lynch mob with only 10 people in our camp. And all of them are kind of busy doing, like, actual work.
This is a Yorha corpse.
Hypothesis. The corpse is likely a result of Yorha Unit 9S's advance through the area.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's going on a rampage and he doesn't know what he's doing anymore. Unfortunately, Devola and or Popola didn't have the stuff to fix his complete deterioration.
What's the purpose of this structure?
Unknown. Proposal.
To be tall. That's what a tower
That's
is.
neat, I guess. So, I went to go look at the stream just out of whim, and it's frozen on a screen of the Devil and Popula story. Like, the volume, like, what our dialogue is in real time.
Are you serious?
So, like, the sound's in real time, but you can't see anything other than a screen that says, "Are you cold, Devila? I'm alright, as long as you're..."
Okay, did I hit the stream? No,